Hello everyone, it's Terry here, and I am so excited to be part of the Christmas in July hop with Trinity Stamps. There is a hop happening today here on YouTube and Instagram. I will have all the links and information down below if you're interested. There's also a $25 gift certificate giveaway, so make sure you guys enter that. Okay, so let's get started. Here is a look at the stamp set that I'll be using for this card. It's super adorable. I am in love with this cute little bear and all of the scene building products that are included in this line. This particular set here is called Cozy Christmas Cottage. Okay, so to start my project, I am going in with alcohol-friendly cardstock and ink. I am using the cardstock by Nina, and the ink pad is Memento Tuxedo Black. It's one of my favorites, and when I plan on using alcohol marker, this is usually the ink pad that I reach for. I like it because it doesn't smear and it dries really fast. So I had to stamp the images a few times to ensure that I got a good impression. Okay, so now it's time for coloring. I will speed this up a bit and add some music. If you're not interested in the coloring part, you could go ahead and skip to the time noted down below. But if you are, I hope you sit back and enjoy. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Baby, you're my snowflake. Yeah, my heart is shaking. No one in the universe quite like you. Sitting by the fireside, bundled up in blankets, feeling like a holiday honeymoon. No matter what we do, it's Christmas every day. It's Christmas every day. It's Christmas every day when I'm with you. It's Christmas every day. It's Christmas every day. It's Christmas every day when I'm with you. It's Christmas every day. I don't need no paper. You know I'll be wrapping you in my arms. Every time you kiss me under that mistletoe, it'll be forever there in my heart. Forever in my heart. It's Christmas every day. It's Christmas every day. It's Christmas every day when I'm with you. It's Christmas every day. It's Christmas every day. It's Christmas every day when I'm with you. It's Christmas every day. Baby, you're my snowflake. Yeah, my heart is shaking. No one in the universe quite like you. Sitting by the fireside, bundled up in blankets, feeling like a holiday honeymoon. No matter what we do, it's Christmas every day. It's Christmas every day. It's Christmas every day when I'm with you. It's Christmas every day. It's Christmas every day. It's Christmas every day when I'm with you. It's Christmas every day.
Okay, so I am back. So off screen, I did use a coordinating dies to cut out all of the cute little images. I love how you can pretty much play around with the scene by building it up any way that you like. I am making a slimline card today, but there's so many pieces to the stamp set that you can use any size card that you prefer. I mean, look at this. There's so many options. You can put a hat on a little bear. You can add little extra things on the side, the wreath, the presents. You don't have to use everything in the set, but I came pretty close to it. Okay, so to create the background scene, I am using Trinity Stamps Room Builder die set. This set has everything you would need to build a scene. For a room, that is. The wood flooring and the side moldings are made to create an impression on your cardstock, so it creates a nice texture when you run it through your die cutting machine. You can see all the little pieces that is included in the set. The window, the area rug, the curtains, the rod holder, and everything else. It's just so well made. It makes my heart super happy because I love scene building, and this makes it that much easier. So I am using ink and my blending buddies to give some color and life to the die cut pieces. You can use Copic markers or even cut the pieces out of colored cardstock to save up on time. Either way, I think it will come out amazing. So you can see here that I'm masking off a certain area of my card panel just because I don't want to accidentally mix the colors together. So for the wood flooring, I wanted to look realistic as I can get it. So I'm using inks from Catherine Pooler Ink Designs, and I love this ink because it blends really nicely. I know at first it looks a little blotchy, but if you give it a little bit of time, the ink will absorb into the paper and it will look really smooth. Okay, so for the backboard, I went ahead and masked off the two areas, and I'm going in with a gray shade of ink, and I'm just creating a little bit of color in that area. I'm not sure if you can see the impression from the die that it made on the cardstock, but the texture on it gives it so much interest. Okay, now I went ahead and removed the masking paper, and I'm going to go ahead and cover the bottom area so I can go ahead and color in the wallpaper. Okay, so for the wallpaper, initially I had a different idea in my head, but it didn't go according to plan. So I just left the footage in here to show you that you can recover from your mistakes. Okay, so I am going in with lots of dot stencils from Trinity Stamps, and I'm using a light shade of ink. I again mask off the bottom half of the card panel as I didn't want any dots on the other part of my card scene. So after I did that, I started off with a light shade of blue ink, and I added a darker shade of blue ink over the stencil. But at this point, I wasn't fond of how it turned out. So I went back in with a darker shade of blue and blended that all over the panel. So I'm pretty much covering up my mistakes, I guess you could say. And I actually prefer this color over the other one that I was thinking in my head that didn't turn out right. So I went ahead and used a darker blue ink and just covered the entire area up. And are you guys familiar with the blending buddies from Trinity Stamps? I just started using these and I absolutely love them. They blend so well, and I used to use the blending brushes, you know, the one that it's everywhere, from Simon Says Stamps, from Gina K, from Picket Fence Studios. I was using those, but this one here is so much easier in your hands. It makes it blend so much nicer because your hands aren't really holding the brushes in an awkward position. So this one here I love, and I think I'm going to be using this for a really long time. So in the room building die set, it included a window die cut, or a die, and I used that to die cut a panel off of my card panel. And now I'm applying the wood frame that it also comes in the set, and I'm just inking that up with brown ink before I adhere it on top of the open area. Now for all of the little accessories, I used various colored ink and blended that all with my blending buddy. Okay, so I am trying to figure out a layout for my card design. I think this part is so fun because you have so many options to choose from. You can actually make multiple cards with different layouts. I think that would be a really fun idea. So before I adhere everything down to the card panel, I wanted to heat emboss a sentiment onto the wallpaper area. I am using the sentiment Happy from the Simply Sentiment Happy set and ink that onto the card panel using clear embossing ink. I then heat set that with white embossing powder using my Wow heat tool. And for the secondary sentiment, I stamped that onto white cardstock using black ink and used the coordinating dies to cut that out with my die cutting machine. Okay, so the fun part is putting everything together. I used a combination of liquid adhesive and foam squares to build my scene. I also added Sprite sprinkles from Trinity Stamps onto the Christmas tree to create Christmas baubles and used a white gel pen to add highlights and details onto the entire card panel. Then, using a gold pen to create garland over the tree, I added that throughout the Christmas tree. So behind the window, I wanted to add in a night sky. So using a bunch of different color inks, I blended that together on a scrap piece of white cardstock. I then added white paint splatters onto the blended cardstock to create the look of snow. I trimmed that down to fit the back of the window and used liquid adhesive to adhere that into place. And to finish off the card, I adhered it to a top folding card base in the color black. And that's it, friends. I hope you found some inspiration in this tutorial, and please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderfully blessed day. Bye-bye.